Hey there, welcome back. So today we will check out the static inner class. For doing so, we would be adding a new class in our project. The name of the class would be app and the package would be org.studyeasy, and this class will also contain our main method. So this is cool. Let's click on finish and here is our class. Alright, so we would be adding a yet another class, and the package for this class would be org.studyeasy.demo maybe, right? And the name of this class could be like outer. So everything looks good to me. Let's click on finish. All right, now inside this class outer we would be adding a yet another class, and this class would be a static class. The name of the class would be inner, and here we go. Alright, so now inside this static class we would be adding a method. This would be a public method, public void. The name could be, for example, like testing inner method. Alright, so this seems to be good enough. Now inside this method, let's print a message, testing inner class method. And now let's navigate to app.java. Now inside the main method we would be calling the method which is inside our inner class, static inner class. And if we check, outer class is non-static, inner class is static, and inner method is not static as well. So there is some kind of inconsistency. So a true inner class is a class where everything is static, and then only we would be able to access the testing inner class method, right? So now everything is working properly, and here is our output. Now friends, a true static class is a class where all the elements inside the class are static, may it be methods, may it be variable, and that will give us the ease to access the elements inside the static class using the static way. We need not to create an object to access the elements, right? So that is yet another point. Alright, so now let's talk about the outer class. Now there is a slight mistake which I have made. O of outer needs to be in uppercase. Let me fix it. Let me also rename the file. Everything seems to be good enough. Alright, so now the question is, can we mark the outer class as a static as well? So let me try to mark it, and as soon as I mark it, it will start complaining. And the answer is we won't be able to mark a outer class as a static. Alright, moving forward, let us check couple of more possibilities. Let me mark the inner method as private. Then what should be the output? Definitely there would be an issue because that needs to be a public in order to access from the main method. Let me undo the change. Alright, and let us add in a new property or variable in here. So property and variables are one and the same. So in here we would be adding a public static int entity, and we will name it as x, and we will initialize this with 0. And now let us try to access it. So we will directly print the value using system.out.println. So we will type in outer.inner.x and let's execute the program, and we are able to print it, which is cool. Now if we mark it a non-static variable, then there is a issue. Let me show you. Then if I mark it private, then again there is a issue. So we won't be able to mark it as private or non-static. In both of these cases there would be a issue and there would be a crash. Alright, so let us undo the changes. Let us mark the variable as public static. Alright, let me execute the program, and output should be as expected. Alright, now frankly speaking, inner static classes are not damn useful thing. They are very less or rare usable things in real life scenarios, but for sake of completeness we have covered it, and we will check couple of more interesting thing about static inner class in our next video. Thanks for watching.